Hello and welcome everybody. This is Anita and we are here with another episode of Real Talk with Liberate Me, and we're here in this beautiful venue actually, but that's another story. So today we're going to be talking about how sacred geometry and knowing your true elements will benefit your life. Okay, so your sacred geometry is something that sits underneath what we call your identity profile signature. You won't find this anywhere else, even if there's references to it, because it was invented here by Liberate Me, a proprietary process, if you like, or model, all right, that is breaking the mold in many ways. So this is why it will benefit your life. And that's what we want to talk about today, okay? Now, what if I told you that your struggle isn't a sign that something is wrong with you, but it's a sign that you've been living out of sync with who you really are for years. So if you feel like I've tried everything, I've tried therapy, I've tried coaching, I've tried strategy, I've tried breathwork, I've tried healing programs, you name it. And while parts of it have helped, because it totally does, right? None of it actually answered the deeper question I had and really had those shifts and results and outcomes that I wanted. So I found myself asking for sure, and I know a lot of the clients that come in to Liberate Me, although it can be hard to admit when we've gone so far, is why do I still feel stuck? Even though I've done everything I was told would fix me. Now, this is really because I wasn't broken. You are not broken. It is not broken. Nothing is broken. So neither are you. So what's important here is to realize you are not broken. You do not need fixing. And there is a reason why these modalities can only go so far. Okay, they sit in an element of your identity profile signature that is around management. So they help manage things. So if it's managing things, it's short term. Okay, so like a massage or meditation or breath work and things like that, it's short term. It will alleviate you, it will relieve you, which is lovely in the short term, and you'll get a slight high, or you'll even get, it might be slightly longer than that, and you'll get some good things start to happen, but it's not long lasting because your actual energy has not evolved from the root. Okay, and that's where it has to happen from. There has to be right from the root, and this doesn't do it. It's too surface level essentially. So it works on the surface so that it doesn't have any lasting effect. It's also not bespoke to your design. Okay, we have an individual design in what we call your true elements, true or false. Okay, who you're here to be, your true identity, and that is when you get to really see things move and you upgrade. There's no going back. Once you upgrade and you evolve, there's no going back. Okay, that it is an upgrade. You've become that person. You've realized a part of your potential. You've received more of who you're here to be, what you're here to enjoy, and what you're here to do, and seen the results and outcomes of that. Okay, so that's where it differs. It doesn't get to that root. So what are the benefits? What is the differences here? What is the benefits? So it's really giving you clarity without confusion, because you don't have to work out the answers. Now with therapy, with coaching, with strategy, with many things, you have to work it out. Whereas here, you're going to get the direct message. All the answers are here for you. They can be read for you from me to you, well, from you to me to you, and then I show you how to access that clarity. So what it really gives you, you can stop asking what's wrong with me, what's wrong, why is this happening, those kinds of questions, and you can start seeing exactly how you're designed to function. You can see what's under the bonnet, okay? So the sacred geometry, the geometrics, the DNA that sits under your identity signature, kind of like a fingerprint. And just like your body works, okay? That can be seen exactly how that works by doctors, right? And the medical profession. And so can the way you work in who you're here to be, what you're here to enjoy, what you're here to have. So it's amazing because you start to see exactly how you're designed to function emotionally, mentally, energetically, even physically. Okay, so the great thing is that it breaks societal norms. So it breaks this idea and this illusion that you need fixing or a diagnosis to understand yourself. We often get a lot of diagnoses now. ADHD, autism, depression, all of those things, and they're valid, yet they label it as a diagnosis, but it breaks that down. Instead, you activate or learn or understand that your discomfort is not a dysfunction. It is a direction. It is information. It is data, right? And there is a benefit to that, okay? Many benefits. So another benefit is it becomes sustainable without burnout. You'll feel energy and empowerment when usually you would never have that kind of energy or productivity or ability or aliveness. Yeah, so these things start to open up for you. So what does that give you? It means you can make decisions that match your energy signature, that match your individual profile signature, your sacred geometry, and you have a specific way to do that. That is bespoke to you in your true elements, okay? In your signature. So you no longer have to worry about, am I making the right decision or the wrong decision? Okay, it can zone straight into that and give you that answer. And it is the thing, we call it your inner creation authority. It is the thing that connects you to your most potential, for you to realize that potential, to the life itself starts to react to you differently. The one that's going to produce the result that you want, the life that you want, the love that you want, or even better. Often we want things, but actually there's a bigger power that knows what is designed for us, that we want even more and desire even more. And we get to have that, okay? So it can be even better, all right? And just being open to that. Like I'm open to not getting what I want, not being who I thought I was, not doing what I thought I was meant to be doing, and I'm open. Because it will move out naturally and move in naturally. So it doesn't take any force. So you no longer need to override your system to meet somebody else's pace, a different strategy, a formulaic idea, or somebody else's idea or society, pace or ambition or strategy, and you get to come into your design and you get to see things moving in a beautiful way. All right, this is kind of success that doesn't hurt is what we're calling it at the moment, right? So again, it's breaking that societal norm, okay? Which the societal norm that we've all come accustomed to 9 times out of 10 is push harder, do more, outperform others, compete. And you realize true performance doesn't mean burnout anymore. It means alignment. So, which is huge. Huge. It is utter freedom. That's why we call this Liberate Me, okay? It wasn't meant to be this hard, okay? It doesn't need to be this hard. There is another way. So another benefit here that I'm going to give you, right, is that it will provide you is emotional sovereignty and self-trust. Now that doesn't mean you don't experience all human emotions and human experiences around you, but it gives you emotional sovereignty and self-trust. So what does that give you really? So you're going to stop outsourcing your truth to coaches, to therapists, to partners, to healers, okay? To crystals, right? Even though I love them all. I love all of these things, right? But you're going to trust your responses. You're going to understand the emotional chaos that you're having either from yourself or from outside and have a new relationship with it, to use it, to utilize it for the data that's in it to create what you desire or even better from it. And you get a new access to intuition. Intuition at the moment is given something that's very binary, like, oh, it's a full yes or it's a full no. This is for me, this is not. But this is very, very junior, right? This is very kindergarten, okay? Because we have different elements moving. So it's not as simple as that. Just because we don't feel like something doesn't mean that it's not for us. Often it is actually, right? Because it's a thing that we're resisting, okay? So you will finally know the truth of what this means for you and be able to dive into intuitive messages, answers, and all of that in a very specific way to your signature. There's no mistaking it. So the societal norm that it breaks, another societal norm that we're breaking, or the traditional way of doing things, is the idea of follow the guru, the formula, or the next step that someone else created. You become your own authority, not in rebellion, but in remembrance. So this is really important because you remember who you are, you revive, you rise, you rebirth, you reinvent, and it is incredible. So we bring you into your own identity, okay? So you never feel dependent on anything outside of you. So if something in you stirred while you were watching this, don't ignore that, right? There's something moving for you. That is important information. And if you're done trying to fix stuff that was never broken, then this is really your moment. And I'm glad we've kind of met, and we'll meet some more. You can DM me on Instagram and I'll send you your first step towards your sacred geometry identity profile. Okay? Or if you're ready to dive in now, the link is also below. You're not here to follow someone else's path. You're here to remember yours. I am sending you so much love. Until the next time.